Hello guys, welcome back to Bullion Watch channel, and today I want to review one of the most iconic and one of the most famous chronograph in the market today, and that is the Breitling Navitimer. And in front of us right here we have the 2022 Breitling Navitimer. This is the newest Navitimer from Breitling, and it was released only in this year in 2022 to commemorate the 70th anniversary of Breitling Navitimer. So this is a very iconic watch, guys. I can say this is basically the Speedmaster, Speedmaster from Omega. So if you want to get the Moon watch from Breitling, this is gonna be your watch. This is the best bet. All right, guys. So let's talk more about this watch. So this watch is 43 millimeter, the case, and the thickness is 13.7 millimeter. But I want to say that a lot of its thickness is actually coming from the bezel itself. So you can see the bezel is actually quite big and it's quite thick as well. So you can see like out of 13.7 millimeter, you can see the thickness itself is actually quite thick. So if you just take that one off and you see the case is actually not really that thick. I will estimate it's about 12 millimeter. And also you can see like it has this slope on the case. So it is actually quite thin. It's quite slim, and if you wear it, you're not gonna feel the thickness. I can tell you from experience. I've been playing with this watch for quite some time. I can tell you, and this is my real user's experience, that this watch doesn't wear thick at all. 13.7 mil, but a lot of it comes from the bezel, and also there's a slope on the case itself that will make you feel that this is not a thick watch at all. And then also the 43 millimeter, Breitling, by the way, released a lot of version for this watch. So they released the 41 millimeter, 43 millimeter, and 46 millimeter. So in 2022, the Navitimer comes in a lot of different sizes and a lot of different colors. So 43 millimeter, and you can also see that I chat with a hardcore Breitling collector, and he shared with me that actually, if you see right, 43 millimeter, but this will wear smaller than what the size is indicated. So the size is indicated as 43 millimeter, but trust me, it's gonna wear a lot smaller than that. That's what I like from Breitling. Breitling watches are very, very comfortable. I have tried not only this watch, but I've tried many other models from Breitling, and they all wear smaller than what they advertise. You know, like this one is advertised as 43 millimeter, but if you see the edge of the bezel, this is the bezel, the bezel itself here. The edge is about 1 millimeter from both sides, so it's about 2 millimeters. So if you just exclude that bezel, so this one is actually about 41 millimeters. So again, this watch will wear smaller than 43 millimeter, and this one will also wear thinner than what the thickness is indicated, on the paper. So just try to watch. Don't focus on the paper spec. That's all I can say. And then like I said, it comes in with in 2022. The Navitimer comes with a lot of different sizes. So like 41 millimeter. This is like the first time they released Navitimer in 41 millimeter size. But I chose this 43 millimeter because I think this is the nicest size between the 41, 43, and 46. 46, I think it's gonna look too big for my wrist. I have 6.5 inches wrist, and 41 it's nice, but they don't really come with a lot of different colors. So they really they release a lot of colors for 43 millimeter in particular, because I think that 43 millimeter is the most popular size among them all. And among all, and they release the ice blue color, silver color, and then they also have mint green, charcoal. So very, very, very nice colors, and traditional black. But I think among all of them, among all of these colors in 43 millimeter, I think ice blue is one of the most popular ones. Yeah, and it's very, very nice. You can see like it's a very nice color. I really like it. The blue is actually very very soft, so it's aqua blue or ice blue. So it from the from from certain angle, it's gonna look like silver, especially in the dark, unless you really expose it to like sunlight or strong light. You don't really see the blue itself. So yeah, it's very nice. And then let's talk a little bit more about. So I've already touched on the case. So let's talk about the legibility. The legibility of this watch, as usual with a lot of models from Navitimer, I would say in general the legibility is not the strong point from. It's not the forte of Navitimer. Okay, this is not the strong points from Navitimer. Okay, so in terms of legibility, I would say that it's not really it's not so legible because you got the what is this the this bezel and the tachymeter, and you also have a lot of information here, and this one can rotate. And to be honest, I don't know how to I don't know how to operate this bezel. Like this bezel, right, can be used to calculate like speed or do multiplication and summation. But to be honest with you, I don't know how to use it. And because I'm just buying this watch because I love the aesthetic of it. But I can tell you, yeah, it has a lot of information, so it makes it not so legible. Okay, but but in return you get a very strong design. There's no other chronographs like this in the market. This is the design that is so authentic, and this is coming from Breitling alone. So yeah, that's the compromise that you have to make. And then so the proportion is very good on this watch, and it's also very comfortable to wear. And then let's talk a little bit about the movement. The movement is B01 movement that was released by Breitling in 2009. This is the in-house movement developed by Breitling exclusively, and it's a very very good movement. It's very strong movement, robust movement. Comes with 5 years of warranty. That's just to show you that Breitling is willing to give 5 years warranty for the movement because of its robustness. And then one thing that I want to point out is that aesthetically you can see that actually it looks really good. It's a good looking movement. You can see that all this like the constructions here. It's very very beautiful. This watch makes me feel like I want to get manual wound Breitling watches one day, because of this with this Navitimer, because it's automatic. It has this rotor that kind of hide the movement itself, so I can't really see like the entire movement. But it will be nice to have the manual wound um, watch from Breitling, because there will be no rotor, and then it will allow me to see the see-through case back, like the whole view of it. It's a very good looking movement, guys. That's all I can tell you, and very very good quality and robust as well. And then the also one thing that I also want to inform you, just in case you don't know, this watch, the movement, the B01 movement, is a very unique movement. So in a way that there is no danger zone. So meaning, if you want to set the date, normally in almost all watches that I know, if you want to set the date, you have to be very careful about the danger zone. So there's a danger zone. So under, in certain time, like you cannot just set the time. You cannot just, I mean, sorry, you cannot just set the date, adjust the date. But in this watch, because of the B01 movement, there is no danger zone at all. So you can always quick adjust the date easily, like without having to worry about damaging the date mechanism. So it's a very very good looking movement and good quality movement. And then oh yeah, let's talk about accuracy. So I've already measured the accuracy of this watch. It's pretty accurate. It's all Breitling watches is COSC standard. Mine here gains about 4 seconds a day. So it's not as accurate as Omega watches or Rolex watches. You know, I play with Rolex watches or Omega watches. They're all very, very accurate timepieces. Omega and Rolex, they gain about 1 to 2 seconds most, at most. But this one gains about 4 seconds a day. So it's less accurate, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's still within COSC specification. Like Omega or Rolex is like basically super COSC. This one is still under COSC, but it's not super COSC. So it's accurate, but it's not as accurate as Rolex or Omega. And then what else do I want to say? Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Oh yeah, the power reserve is 70 hours, so you can always take this off on Saturday and Sunday when you don't go to the office, and you know, and then take it again on Monday, wear it, and it will still be running because it comes with almost 3 days of power reserve, 70 hours. So it's quite plenty. And yeah, it's a very, very beautiful watch, guys. It's very nice, and I think Breitling really deserve more recognition. I think they have the new CEO coming in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. George Kern used to be from IWC, and I can really see, you know, like he tried to revive the brand. Breitling has come up with a lot of nice models, you know, these past few years, you know, their premier collection. And then now, and this year, they release Breitling Navitimer in a lot of different sizes. This is the first time they release in 41. They are released in 41 millimeter size. And also, this is the first time they are released in bunch of different colors. Like for this one, it's a blue color, ice blue color, that is actually quite popular, and it's popularized by Rolex. So yeah, guys, this is a very, very nice watch. All in all, I can say it's very comfortable to wear, very thin, reasonable, you know, in terms of thickness. It's not so thick. It's actually, it wears small. So yeah, and also, oh yeah, the lock width is 22 millimeters. So the watch, so I really like it as well because you know, because you know, the 22 millimeter size, the 22 millimeter lock width is not so, I would say it's pretty common, you know. So if you want to change the strap, it's gonna be easy. It's not like a weird lock width like 21 millimeter, you know, odd number. This is still even number, so it's still quite common, even though it's not as common as 20 millimeter. But yeah, but it's still quite common. You will be able to find a lot of different straps out there for 22 millimeter lock width. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. All I want to say is Breitling deserve more recognition. I really hope that they're getting more famous, because I can say that this Breitling Navitimer is really, really good. It's beautiful watch. In terms of movement, it's robust. It's good looking movement. The quality is just so good. I can say I've played with plenty of Rolexes and Omega watches, and I can tell you that you don't compromise when you get Breitling over Rolex or Omega. They are, you know, basically same quality. And this Breitling Navitimer, if you are interested in building a chronograph collection, this is a must, in my opinion. You have to buy it, okay, to complete the collection. This is one of the best chronograph in the market today. All right, guys, this has been the review of Breitling Navitimer 2022. I really hope you like it. If you like watches, please consider subscribing to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.